Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Kukie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this episode is related to small business and side hustles, to any business really. As a business owner, I'm going to share over the course of the next couple of episodes tips and tricks that I wish I knew starting early on. This episode is going to be about growing your mailing list and converting the people in your mailing list into sales. Many small businesses, influencers, and creators overlook the importance of a mailing list as they grow their brand. Remember, your ideal client might not necessarily be on social media or at the market or party that you're going to. Let us not forget that there are times when social media has got glitches, has crashed, and lest we forget about the algorithm on Instagram, for example, where even the people who follow you might not necessarily see your content. So unlike Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, you actually have more control over your mailing list because it is your own domain. Building your mailing list is an incredibly powerful way to connect with your audience, gain visibility for your offers, and selling your ideal clients and customers into the best products for them. It's a place to provide high value offers, gain insights into how your ideal customers and clients react to your content, track your growth, and build your brand. Also, watch till the end for an incredible freebie that you'll be able to download to get on the right track to building your mailing list. So now that we've talked about the purpose of a mailing list, we're going to look at systems to set up, how to promote your lead magnet, how to nurture your list, as well as how to get those sales in and create your sales campaigns. Now, in order to build your mailing list, you'll need a few things. You really don't need to spend on a lot, especially if you're at the beginning stages of growing. So if you're growing your mailing list from zero. However, there are two very important things you'll need to get started. The first one is an opt-in, which is also known as a lead magnet. So you'll need an opt-in and a thank you page. You can use MailChimp, ClickFunnels. To be honest, do your research, look at the pros and cons, and you'll find the perfect system for you. We've been using MailChimp for the past 3 years. This different software usually comes with templates where you can just plug in your information, your logo, your brand colors. So these are usually proven templates, so try not to deviate too much from something that has been proven to work. So I'm going to share 2 examples of what your lead magnet or opt-in pages could look like, as well as what your thank you page could look like. Remember, keep it simple. Be sure to include a title that shows what someone gets. I always recommend starting with a freebie, but make sure that it's something of high value, something that's really truly worthy, like some tips, a fun quiz, a workbook, an ebook, a series of videos that you know your ideal client or customer is going to find very interesting. It could also be a checklist like the one I'm going to share with you at the end of this video. Also include a short description of what they are actually going to get. What's in it for them? Why are they signing up? It's always good to be very visual, so a photo or an image of potentially what they're getting. And most importantly, don't forget the place where they can put their name or email address to subscribe. Sometimes you can add things like phone numbers, address, birthdays, but usually when you're just starting out, it's best to keep it safe unless there's actually something that you're going to benefit or that is going to benefit them from them sharing, for example, their birthday. And last but not least, a colorful or well-designed button for them to click when they are ready to subscribe. For your thank you page, make sure to include a thank you note. So, for example, saying thank you for subscribing, or success, you have subscribed to our mailing list. Also, don't forget to acknowledge them for opting in. For example, you have now been subscribed to our mailing list. It's also advised to share the next steps and what they should expect. For example, an email will be sent to your email address immediately. So encourage them to look out for your particular email address and add it to their contact list. That way it doesn't always end up in their spam folder or their promotions folder. You could also share a button with a call to action if you like. For example, here's the link to our free Facebook group, our Instagram, our YouTube, where you can get more information about whatever your opt-in was about. The second thing is to set up your email system. You will need an email system to collect your subscribers as well as to communicate with them. As previously mentioned, we use MailChimp. Now that your ideal client has opted in or subscribed, you will need to provide them with what you promised. For example, if they opted in for a free ebook, be sure to provide them with a link where they can download it or attach it to the first email that you send. Remember to always send yourself a test before sending anything out to your new subscribers. Here you can pick up on errors, make sure links are working, little things like spelling errors, so your credibility stays intact. Also remind yourself to check the reply email and make sure that it's an email that your clients can actually respond to. Be sure to also check that email on a daily basis so you can respond to some of the emails so that your new subscribers know that they're actually dealing with a person. This way you're creating a connection and building a relationship with your audience. Remember, people buy from people. So that's pretty much everything about setting up your system. I've briefly touched on it. If you would like for me to do a full MailChimp video on how I set up my landing pages and opt-in pages, as well as setting up the automation for the email, let me know in the comments. I could always do a video about that in the future. So the next thing is to promote your lead magnet. So now that you've created this opt-in page, you can share it on your socials. You can share it on your Instagram stories, during a Facebook or Instagram live, at the end of a blog that's related to whatever you're giving as a freebie. You could also share it in your YouTube description, like I'm going to share the freebie that I'm giving you today. Another avenue where you could share your lead magnet is your LinkedIn. But it's important to try your best to make sure that you're posting it or sharing it in a place where you think your ideal client will be able to see it. You can have a blog post and the call to action at the end is basically to go to your lead magnet opt-in page. As long as your blog post is talking about a similar topic, it's usually a great next step for your reader to take. The next thing is to nurture your list. You always want to think about leading with value first, learning about your audience, asking really good questions, and providing relevant resources on a regular basis. For example, if you decide to send a weekly newsletter, be sure to send that weekly on the dot, preferably on the same day and at the same time. You could also share new resources, freebies, tips. One of the newsletters that we used to send out was every Wednesday, where we would share Wellness Wednesday tips. Remember to share your new products, new YouTube video, new podcast episode, and so much more with your audience. This is your opportunity to show your value and build your relationship with your new subscribers. Lastly, how to convert them into sales. So now that your subscribers know how much value you can give, this is the perfect hook to promote your products and to launch your product. If you look in your inbox right now, chances are you'll find a ton of emails that fit into this sales category. They are designed as a quick cash injection for the business that's sending you an email. For example, you might have things like flash sale ending in 48 hours, free shipping or returns, buy one get one free offers, limited time discounts or coupons, holiday promotions, get a free gift with your purchase, get triple points for making your purchase. Now that you have your audience, there are two ways you can do this. You can either have a sale or a launch. If it's a sale, you usually want to give it a time limit. For example, if you're planning a sale to get 40% off all hair products and you want it to expire within 2 days, you could start with one email with the title, "Get 40% off all products, expires in 2 days." Make sure the email has all the information that is necessary and somewhere to click so they can go directly to your shop to get that offer as well as the code that they might need to put into their checkout box. You could then follow up 24 hours later and remind them, hey, this offer is expiring in 24 hours. And then lastly, you could have a third email saying, this offer expires in 5 hours. On the other hand, if you do have a launch, then you could have more emails and also space it out in a longer time frame. If you know you're launching something on the 1st of August, you could start promoting it in the first week of July. Start by giving your audience a taste of what they might get. Maybe an instructional video, how this product could help them. You could follow up with, a fun story about yourself and how the product has helped you that you're launching. You could then follow up with another email a couple of days later. Try to space it out so that about 3 days in between, since you're going to span this out over a course of 3 weeks, ideally. You could follow up with a fun question. Would you use this product? So you can get an understanding. Remember, the point of growing and nurturing is to totally understand your ideal client. So after you've asked them if they would use your product, then you might want to give them an offer. Maybe say, when our product launches next week, you will get 20% off as the first customer. Then closer to the date, you want to have a very explosive launch. You've already built their anticipation as you launch your product, so they know to expect something good, something grand, something incredible. And you'll find through your statistics as you track them that you will get those sales. This is something that you might not necessarily achieve just on social media, because your launch and your tactics might get lost in the masses. But if you know your ideal client and you have their email address, this is almost like a personal note. So remember to use different match tags where you actually use their name. Try to be as personal as possible and try to show them that whatever you're trying to launch or whatever you're selling is going to be of value to them. So yes, that's how you can grow and nurture your mailing list. I hope you enjoyed this video. More videos coming up soon. Be sure to follow me on my Instagram, and I've launched a new Instagram page where I will also strictly be sharing more of these tips, and it's called Side Hustle Small Business. So we are starting the SHBG gang, which is going to be strictly about tips and sharing freebies and different ebooks, workbooks that will help you nurture your business, grow your business, support you throughout, so you are up to par with how business should be run in Uganda and even on a global scale. See you next time. Please subscribe, turn on notifications, like, comment, and share this video.